Hi guys, Kaze here. Welcome back. We're back with some more Office Lovers, and we're starting on our newest guy. And I think about it, technically after him, we actually only have two left. But anyway, let's go on about our new guy first, which would be Sadayoshi Saijo. Used to be your boss, where you worked in sales. Gets very jealous and possessive, so that sounds like an interesting thing. But before we start that, I want to remind you guys, but we have a vote that we need to do since we're already on this page between Rio, Kaido, and Akihito Hyoga. Gotta decide which one we want to date after, after. I know we're just starting Saijo. We have to decide who we're gonna date after that. So I'm gonna put up a poll on this. It'll be like up above in the little eye corner. It'll pop up. Make sure you guys vote on who you want to see next for that, or I'll just choose. But I prefer getting to know what you guys want to see next. So, anyway, let's get started on Mr. Saijo. Out of curiosity, when he loads. Okay, there we go. How many pictures do you have? You only have 6. I mean, I'm not issue with 6. I'm just curious. So I wonder if anyone actually has more than 6 pictures. I love the gallery pictures. They're so fun to watch. Didn't someone have more than 6? Was that Mr. I think it was you. I will never know. No, you actually had less. Never mind. Yeah, he totally had more. And what about you, Mahiro? Did you have 6? Yeah, I guess that's the thing here. So, the odd one out was actually Mr. Otori, who had just 5. Alright, anyway. Let's start with Sadayoshi Saijo. For a minute. Oh god, I forgot his name for a minute. Okay, anyway. Main volume. Let's get going. The chapter 1. Confidential information. Interesting. I can hardly believe my luck. I've been selected to join the development team on a huge project to make new products. Still in disbelief, sitting around among the other members in the meeting room felt like a dream. I'd like to draw your attention to the papers I handed to you earlier. As you can see, our goal is to develop new products for the holiday season. Mr. Hyoga, the project leader, looked carefully into each one of our eyes. Our competitors will most certainly be releasing all sorts of products for Christmas, so it is essential that we put out something that will bring us out on top. If we were doing a Christmas package, it'd need special colors and classy packaging. Without something else to draw in the eyes of a passing woman, it would surely fail. Or first, break up into teams and start brainstorming for ideas. I want to work on lipstick with Sakiko. Mr. Saijo spoke up without missing a beat. Why would he want to group with me? Are you sure you're okay with working with me? I was surprised enough to be selected for his project, let alone picked as a partner. Despite my second guessing his choice, Mr. Saijo turned towards me with a smile. I was thinking you might be a good partner. Thank you. The sudden turn of events made me feel confused and pleased at the same time. Since she has worked with me already, I think we'll have no problem together. If you say so, I'll leave you two in charge of lipstick then. Okay, I'll do my best to keep up with Mr. Saijo. It looked like we would be working together again. It was reassuring for me, but I would have to go the extra mile to not let him down. Damn, he scooped her up before I could. I wanted to work with her too. If only you had actually a lie, like your own storyline. I don't even know why you're not allowed. Maybe it's because technically you don't work here, but I feel so bad for you, Kentaro. I am stroking my screen right now. I'm gonna put my hand down. I would love to see a chapter with him, but nope, there is none. You're not children anymore. Suck it up. Mr. Kaido sighed with disappointment while shaking his head. I was a bit worried whether or not I was fit to work on this project. However, most of that worry vanished when I heard the others arguing and preparing with me. It's me and you again. Yeah, I can't wait to start. I know how hard a worker you are. You'll be a valuable asset to our team. He had high expectations for me, and I didn't want to let him down. He gave me a nod of confidence. Since I was working with Mr. Saijo, I couldn't afford to slack off. The first thing I did was look at our past 10 years of cosmetics from the holiday sales. Then, I looked at the cosmetic and sales figures from our competition. It looks like the sales of lip gloss have been trendy lately. I was immersed in my work when I felt someone pat me on the back. You're really at it, huh? Oh, Mr. Saijo, you surprised me. I hadn't noticed him approach, nor the fact that the office was already empty. I had no idea it was almost midnight. You haven't changed a bit. You always used to get so into work that you lost track of time. Sorry, it's a bad habit of mine. Don't be. I think it's amazing talent to be able to concentrate that well. I don't know. If anything, it's something I admire in you. Really? My heart skipped a beat when he said that he admired me. He probably hadn't meant anything by it, but it still surprised me. What do you say we stop for the day and go get something to eat? That would be great, but by then it will be too late. We'll miss the last train. You don't remember that I get to work by car? But it isn't a big deal. I can drive you home like I used to. Well, I mean, it sounds great, but I really don't want to impose. My place is out of your way. That's more convenient for me. In what way? What do you mean by that? What do you think I mean by it? I don't know, but I mean, look at that smile. He's just like, do you understand my underlying intentions? No. Stop fooling around. I never was from the start, though. Aren't you coming? I never said I would. Listen to what your boss says. It's one of your duties, you know. All right, I'm coming. That's better. For as kind and as gentle as he looked, Mr. Saijo showed a pushy side to his personality. He seemed more worse now than when I knew him before. Some past incidents that happened due to his personality came to mind. Last night, Mr. Saijo brought me dinner and even drove me home. I shouldn't get used to him driving me around, though. It wasn't fair to him. That's true, it really isn't. Do you have a minute? I do, but first, thanks for yesterday. No problem, I had a good time. Mr. Saijo was a very nice person and close to my ideal boss. Thanks for putting together all the materials for the makeup. It makes my life easier. I'm good at doing that sort of thing. Anyway, I took a look at it and came up with something. He brought up the figures on my computer. Looking at the same monitor, our faces were so close that I couldn't concentrate. I was trying to regain my composure when I noticed him staring at my lips. It looks like lip gloss sales are killing the market for lipstick. Yeah, we need a concept that brings the focus back to lipstick if we're going to succeed. I think men have a tendency to like women who wear lipstick. I agree. I have no idea. I kind of like, personally, I like lip gloss, but no, what I do is actually lipstick and then lip gloss. I'm weird. Anyway, I could see why a lot of men think lipstick is sexy. There's something about it that brings out a woman's feminine charm. To be successful, we need to figure out what that is exactly. Yeah, why are you staring at my lips? Sorry, I was imagining you wearing lipstick. When he said that to me with such a straight face, my heart fluttered. By the way, do you use lipstick or lip gloss? What? Neither. I just use lip balm. How come? I'm too busy and I don't have the time to make myself pretty. What a waste, though it's probably safer that way. What do you mean by that? Nothing. I was just talking to myself. Really? Yeah. Occasionally had moments like this where I had no idea what he was talking about. We've got our work cut out for us. In just 3 days, we have to present our concept. I'll schedule the meeting room for us as soon as it opens up. Please do. Mr. Saijo quickly left without another word. All right, boss man. With lipstick on my mind, I thought to myself it might be a good idea to use it once in a while. I should have the time to do it, no matter how busy my schedule was. I wonder what Mr. Saijo would say if he saw me wearing it. Maybe he'd be happy. Why was I so concerned about what he thought anyway? Using the meeting room was great because we could work without any distractions. I was working on creating a new concept for lipstick with Mr. Saijo sitting across from me. We should have Mahiro design us something that women can use to seduce men. It would have some sort of temptress theme to it. We could call it something like Little Devil. I like it. With a catchy name like that, it would be easy to advertise as well. That's true. It would have to have something along the lines of alluring in the name too. Maybe, but how does enticement sound? There's also charming. Anyway, the final product should feel similar to lip gloss and have similar appearance. That's clever. It would sell just as good as gloss and maybe start a new trend. Hopefully. We got more and more worked up as our concept began to take form. I think we've got a winner. Yeah. We both smiled and nodded in approval. This scene reminded me of working with him like in the old days. I enjoyed it. It's always fun to work with you. I was thinking the same thing. We're good at bouncing ideas off of each other. I guess you could say we have compatible personalities. Yeah, I'm glad we worked it out so we could work together again. I never realized how enjoyable it was to work with you until you left. That's why I promised myself never to make the same mistake again. What mistake? The mistake of letting you leave me. Oh, oh, he's blushing. Yeah, blushing. Huh? Was I wrong? No, that means a lot to me. Was he talking about work or something more personal? Thinking about the deeper meaning, my face began to blush. Mr. Saijo stared at me and looked like he wanted to say something. Suddenly, the meeting room door opened. How is everything? Doing well? Very. I'm been blessed with an extraordinary helper. No, I'm lucky to have such a great boss. It sounds like you're doing so well, but you don't even need the pep rally. What pep rally? I was hoping to have one to kick off the project to wish for our success. The date and time is, well, whenever I feel like it. Keep your ears and eyes open. Mr. Otori left us with that as the meeting room door closed behind him. Who schedules an event on a whim anyhow? I was in the office looking at emails when Mr. Saijo came by. Shall we head to the meeting room? Is there something to discuss? Well, no, but it's the pep rally we heard about, so I came to get you. That was quick. He's like that sometimes. Let's go. Mr. Saijo smirked with an amused face before leading me to the meeting room. It looked like everyone else had already gathered inside. Many bottles of liquor and plates of sushi were lined up on the table. Now that everyone's here, let's have a toast. I thought pep rallies were supposed to inspire everyone to work harder and boost morale. But one looked at Mr. Otori with a beer in his hand, ready to toast, and I knew this was different. But again, I should have been expecting that he would say he'd schedule it on a whim. For the success of our project, our target is $1 million. Cheers. Cheers. Wait, what? 1 million? Our CEO blurted out a tremendous amount as if it was nothing to him. Everyone around the room almost spit out their drinks. Well, I say it's good to set your goals high. It gives you something to aim for. I agree. The other team members seem so confident. I wish I could be more like them. I tried to conjure up some confidence, but I still felt nervous about the whole thing. Hey, you don't look so good. Try to relax, okay? Yeah, you should try eating something. It might help. The two of them noticed the worry on my face and tried to help. I'm just feeling the pressure a little bit. 1 million is a big goal to set. You're always so serious. Don't try to think about it so much. If you ever need to talk to someone, I'm here for you. We should go for a drink sometime. I was about to say I would love to. Suddenly, somebody came from behind and put their arms around me. I think not. This lady is my partner. Well, okay. He is possessive, I guess. Look, he's like, she's mine. You're mine. Take it. Oh no. Okay, there you go. Mr. Saijo? My heart pounded in my chest. An instant the room became silent and all eyes were on us. Your boss is much more reliable than these boys who just started here. But what if I just want to relax and have fun? I'm good for that too. I'm not handing it over to anyone else. You hear? His bold voice and confidence left no room for anyone to argue. I couldn't believe he was fighting over me right in the middle of the party. Peeking over my shoulder, I looked at his face. He wasn't the least bit concerned about it. Was he being jealous? It was after the pep rally had ended. Mr. Saijo was escorting me to the train station. I must have had too much alcohol to drive, so we had to walk home instead. Even though it happened way earlier, I couldn't stop thinking about what he had said at the pep rally. What? Is there something on my face? No, that's not it. Then what? I hesitated over what to say. What you said at the pep rally, it's nothing. I can't believe you said something like that with everyone there. Sorry if I surprised you. I was just being serious, though. Huh? A jolt ran through my body, freezing my legs in place. Mr. Saijo came to a stop as well and began to stare at me. I want you to be mine and only mine. I'm serious about that. His sudden confession made me dizzy. Mr. Saijo, I think you've had a little too much to drink. I tried to hide my panic by blaming him, but my excitement leaked out of my voice. I'm not that drunk. If anything, I'm drunk in love. Enough with the jokes. Besides, I can't date my boss. It would be impossible to work like that. Don't forget Mr. Otori said we couldn't do that, too. It wouldn't matter if no one found out. You know we could do it easily. His arm stretched out towards me and caressed my cheek. It doesn't matter. I'll make you mine in the end. Don't say I didn't warn you. I felt my cheeks grow warm from his sudden confession of love. I don't know about this. I've already made up my mind. When did you become so pushy? I have always been pushy. Didn't you know that? His face turned to a gentle smile, but his eyes were different. They looked at me like a hunter looks at his prey. I couldn't look away. In my heart, I thought he was the ideal boss. I was overjoyed to work with him. I never thought the day would come when he confessed his love to me. I didn't know what to do. Thanks to what Mr. Saijo had said to me, I didn't get a wink of sleep. Oh, that was a yawn? My bad. That was some yawn. Were you out having fun all night? Don't say that. Come on, after hearing Mr. Saijo claim you like that, it's warranted. I'm telling you, that was a joke of his. No, it wasn't. I just know. It's my male intuition. He seemed full of confidence, but at the same time disappointed to say it. Good morning. Speak of the devil. Just then Mr. Saijo came walking in. Good morning. Hello. After hearing what he said yesterday, I couldn't look at him straight in the face. My heart raced. Mahiro, do you remember what I said yesterday? He gave Mahiro an eerie smile. Okay. Something about him seemed threatening. Of course. I'm gonna go buy some coffee. Bye. Mahiro scrambled out of the office. What do you think you're doing? I'd say it worked pretty well. Maybe it was good that I said that in front of everyone yesterday. Don't tell me that was part of your plan. It might have been. You're more of a schemer than I thought. I prefer you say clever instead. It's better to scare them off in the beginning. What? Him? He isn't after me. You're the only one who thinks that. Come on, seriously, I don't even attempt to look pretty. I look boring. But it's only because you work so hard you don't have time to. Well, certain people can see past that. Thanks, I guess. He smiled at me and sat down at his desk. I wondered for how long had he been watching me. Overjoyed, I broke into a smile. Maybe my relationship with him would go somewhere. After hearing he was interested in me, I wasn't sure how to behave around Mr. Saijo. In order to escape him, I locked myself away in the meeting room these past couple days. It was the only way I could actually get some work done. Rob was taking the concept and making a product with it. I pored over the designs Mahiro drew up for me with ideas running through my head. Do you have a minute? It's you. You don't have to look scared like that. I'm not. Really, it's like you've been avoiding me for a few days now. No, I haven't. You knew? You knew? Of course, I watched over you so much that it's obvious what you're thinking. That's kind of embarrassing. You finally acknowledged that I'm serious, haven't you? He smiled at me, absolutely pleased with himself. Our relationship has finally made its first step forward. The early bird gets the worm, they say, and it was good for me to get that confession out first. That seems unfair. I am unfair when it comes to love. You devil. That's like a compliment to me. He shrugged his shoulders when I glared at him. Just then the door opened and Mr. Kaido walked in. What are you two up to? Working, as you can see. It looks to me like all you're doing is getting in her way. Well, thanks for your input. Don't forget how you got here. I hope you don't intend to pay back his kindness by slacking off. I don't intend to, so calm down. I surely hope so. Mr. Kaido left the room, but not before letting out a sigh. Do you get along well with him? Yeah, we started at the same time. What did he mean by kindness? Mr. Hyoga helped me out a punch back when I started here. So is that why you're under so much pressure to see this project through? That's right. I'm working hard to make both the project and our relationship succeed. Emotions started to run wild when I heard him talk about us. While I felt happy about it, at the same time, it caused me all sorts of worry. Having been in meetings all day, I was completely exhausted. It was finally time for lunch, and I was thinking about what I wanted to eat. Are you heading out for lunch? Yeah, I was thinking about going somewhere. Would you mind if I come along? I'll pay. No, I can't have that. I'm your senior. It'll be my treat. I can't make a woman buy my meal. Besides, you're always helping me. Let me pay you back. How about I treat you both? While Kentaro and I were talking, Mr. Saijo dropped by and interrupted us. Really? You would do that? Of course. You can pick whatever you like. Wow, thank you. Kentaro was overjoyed, but I couldn't find it in me to act the same. Mr. Saijo was always scheming. I was sure this was just another one of his sneaky plans. Knowing what I do about him, I couldn't help but think that. Aren't you happy? He asked me in a quiet voice. I am. What are you planning? Yeah, what are you planning? What are you planning? You know me well. That wasn't meant as a compliment. Of course I'm planning something. What is it this time? I'm going to feed him like a pet and train him to stay away from you. Mr. Saijo was one wicked man. Do you always act this jealous? Not always, just usually. When I looked at him, it didn't look like he was joking at all. Was I getting involved with someone who was a little crazy? I forced myself to smile at him. Being around him was bad for my emotions. I wondered how much longer I could take all of this. Another day went by and I was left working alone in the office late into the night. Or so I thought. Mr. Saijo came back. Suddenly my pulse quickened. Were you out with clients? Yeah, it took a bit longer than usual today. Must be tough to be a sales manager. Yeah, but I make them tell me all sorts of confidential information. I bet you're good at getting people to spill their secrets. I am, and would you believe they told me what our competitor is making? What? That's amazing. Can you bring up the info we've been working on? Yeah, sure. He watched me from the side as I worked on my computer. My heart raced when I noticed how handsome he looked when he was deep in thought. I had to remind myself that this wasn't the time to be thinking about him. I turned my attention back to the computer screen. Huh? What's wrong? At the bottom of the screen, I thought I saw an icon I didn't recognize, but it disappeared. Maybe it had been my imagination. It's nothing. I think I'm just getting tired. Documents he wanted to look at finally loaded. I see. He intently studied the screen. Not able to help myself, I peeked at him from the corner of my eye. I couldn't help but think of how majestic he looked. Thanks. That helps. Sure. Did you find anything useful? I sure did. Well, are you going to tell me? I don't know if I want to. Come on, cut it out already. I enjoy teasing girls that I like. When he stared right into my eyes, I lost my composure and became flustered. Stop acting like a child. Though I felt like a child myself for getting so embarrassed over nothing. Everything he said to me seemed to make my emotions run wild one way or another. How in the world was I going to manage working with this guy? I don't even know how to answer that myself. Stuff. Yeah, so... yeah, let me know what you guys thought about that chapter in the comments below. Like the video if you do like it. I want to see if we can hopefully reach at least 10 likes on the video. That would be great and awesome. And I'll see you next week. Don't forget to vote on who you want to see next, Mr. Kaido or Mr. Hyoga. And that'll be up in the corner. Just tap and vote. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.